Imagine waking up each day knowing that your life is more than just a series of moments or achievements. It's a journey with a purpose far beyond personal success or temporary satisfaction. What if every choice you make today planted seeds that would grow into something far greater, something that would continue to inspire and benefit others long after you are gone? This is the power of a mindset focused on legacy, a way of thinking that transforms ordinary living into an extraordinary mission. Most people go through life caught up in the rush of daily tasks, short-term goals, and fleeting desires. They measure their worth by the immediate, a promotion, a purchase, or praise from others. But beneath the surface of these daily pursuits lies a deeper longing, the desire to be remembered, to make a meaningful difference that endures beyond their own lifespan. This yearning calls us to think differently, to expand our vision beyond the present and the personal, to ask what mark we are leaving on the world. Developing a legacy mindset means stepping out of the confines of the here and now and imagining the future you want to create. It's about seeing your life as part of a much larger story, one that includes family, community, and generations yet to come. This perspective shifts your focus from short-lived success to lasting significance, from self-centered goals to generative impact. It challenges you to live intentionally, to invest your time, talents, and resources in ways that build something enduring. When you embrace this mindset, life takes on a new meaning. Every action, no matter how small, becomes a brick laid in the foundation of your legacy. The choices you make today become the stories told tomorrow. This isn't just about ambition, it's about purpose, contribution, and the courage to think beyond yourself. Developing a legacy mindset invites you to live a life that matters, not just for now, but forever. In the fast-paced world we live in today, it is easy to become consumed by immediate concerns, fleeting goals, and short-term achievements. Many people define success by what they have in the moment, the job title, the bank balance, or the social status they have attained. While these things may bring satisfaction temporarily, they often leave a lingering sense of emptiness or a question of deeper purpose. There is a powerful yet often overlooked perspective that encourages us to look beyond the present, beyond our own lifetimes, and to think about the lasting impact we want to make. This perspective is what is commonly known as a legacy mindset. A legacy mindset is not merely about being remembered after death or creating monuments in one's name. It is a way of thinking that challenges us to live intentionally and purposefully every day, aware that the way we live now has consequences far into the future. It invites us to consider the stories that will be told about us, the values we impart to those who come after us, and the foundations we lay for generations to build upon. In essence, developing a legacy mindset means aligning our daily actions with the broader mission of leaving the world better than we found it. This mindset shifts the focus from self-centered accomplishments to generative impact. It calls for an understanding that our lives are interconnected with others, our families, communities, and even nations. We begin to see that true fulfillment comes from contribution rather than consumption, from creating opportunities and empowering others rather than merely accumulating personal gain. It encourages us to think strategically about how we use our time, talents, and resources, making choices that nurture growth and sustainability rather than temporary gratification. Developing a legacy mindset also requires courage. It means stepping out of comfort zones and embracing responsibility for the future. It challenges us to ask difficult questions. What kind of influence do I want to have? How will my actions today affect the people who come after me? Am I investing in things that truly matter, or am I distracted by the noise of the present? These questions help shape a vision that goes beyond the individual and taps into something much greater. A vision that can inspire, uplift, and transform lives. Living with a legacy mindset is not a distant or abstract idea reserved for the extraordinary. It is accessible to everyone willing to take intentional steps toward it, whether through mentoring others, building strong relationships, creating lasting institutions, or simply living with integrity. Every individual has the power to contribute to a legacy that outlives them. This journey is a lifelong process of reflection, growth, and purposeful action that brings deeper meaning to life and ensures that the mark we leave on the world is one of lasting value. In today's world, many people struggle with the question of meaning and significance. Despite achieving various levels of success, whether financial, professional, or social, there remains a pervasive sense of dissatisfaction or incompleteness. The challenge lies not in the lack of opportunities, but in the absence of a guiding framework that connects present actions with a long-term, meaningful vision. People often find themselves caught in a cycle of chasing temporary wins, promotions, material possession, recognition that provide momentary pleasure but do not satisfy the deeper human need for lasting impact. This cycle can leave individuals feeling as if their lives are fragmented, lacking coherence or purpose that extends beyond their own lifespan. And fundamental problem is that many individuals live with a short-term perspective, focusing primarily on immediate gains rather than long-term influence. The modern pace of life, coupled with societal pressures, encourages quick results and instant gratification. Social media, fast communication, and a culture of comparison intensify this focus on the present, often at the expense of meaningful future planning. In such an environment, the idea of thinking about the legacy one will leave behind can feel distant or irrelevant. The urgent demands of today overshadow the importance of tomorrow, and as a result, people may neglect to invest in relationships, values, or projects that could outlast them. Another challenge is the lack of clarity about what a meaningful legacy actually looks like. Without a clear vision or understanding of one's purpose beyond personal success, it becomes difficult to make intentional choices that contribute to lasting significance. Many confuse legacy with fame or wealth, seeing it as something reserved for a select few who achieve extraordinary public recognition. This misunderstanding discourages everyday individuals from pursuing legacy building because they feel it's unattainable or not applicable to their circumstances. Consequently, legacy thinking is often left to the realms of celebrities, great leaders, or historical figures, while ordinary lives continue without this higher dimension of purpose. Furthermore, the process of developing a legacy mindset requires a level of self-discipline and sacrifice that many find daunting. It demands a shift from self-centered thinking to a broader, more generous perspective. This shift challenges individuals to prioritize long-term benefits over immediate comfort and to invest time, energy, and resources into causes, relationships, or institutions that may not yield visible rewards during their lifetime. The discomfort of delayed gratification and the vulnerability involved in thinking beyond oneself can be significant barriers. Without guidance or encouragement, it's easy to revert to habits focused on personal gain rather than generative impact. Additionally, many lack role models or mentors who embody and teach the principles of legacy thinking. Without examples or support systems, it can be difficult to envision and pursue a path that emphasizes lasting contribution. Cultural and societal narratives often emphasize individual achievement rather than communal or intergenerational responsibility, which further isolates those who desire to live with legacy in mind. All these factors combine to create a significant challenge: how to break free from short-term thinking and cultivate a mindset oriented toward leaving a meaningful legacy. Overcoming this challenge requires a conscious effort to redefine success, embrace long-term vision, and commit to living with intentionality that transcends the self and the present moment. Developing a legacy mindset begins with a fundamental shift in perspective, from focusing solely on personal success to embracing a broader vision that extends beyond oneself. This shift invites individuals to consider the enduring impact of their actions and decisions, encouraging a way of living that transcends immediate gratification. To cultivate this mindset, one must first understand that legacy is less about fame or fortune and more about the values, influence, and foundations left for future generations. A key step in this development is self-reflection. Taking time to identify personal values and the purpose that drives one's life helps create clarity about the kind of legacy one wishes to build. When people align their daily choices with their core principles, they begin to live with greater intentionality. This alignment serves as a compass, guiding decisions that nurture growth not just for themselves, but for those around them. Legacy thinking requires asking questions such as, what do I want to be remembered for? How can my life make a difference beyond my own needs? Who will be impacted by my actions in the long run? Building a legacy also involves embracing responsibility. It means recognizing that individual actions have far-reaching consequences and that everyone plays a role in shaping the future. This responsibility extends to relationships, communities, and even societal structures. Investing time and effort into nurturing others, whether through mentoring, teaching, or simply offering support, creates a ripple effect that amplifies one's influence. The legacy mindset shifts the focus from competition to contribution, encouraging collaboration and service as foundational principles. Another important element is perseverance. Developing a legacy is rarely an overnight accomplishment. It requires sustained effort, patience, and sometimes sacrifice. Those with a legacy mindset understand the value of delayed gratification and are willing to endure temporary setbacks for the sake of long-term rewards. They prioritize consistency and discipline, knowing that small, repeated actions accumulate into lasting change. This persistence is often fueled by a clear vision and a deep sense of purpose, which provide motivation even in difficult times. Surrounding oneself with like-minded individuals who share a commitment to legacy thinking can further nurture this mindset. Being part of a community that values growth, service, and long-term impact provides encouragement and accountability. It creates an environment where legacy becomes a shared goal rather than a solitary pursuit. Learning from mentors and role models who exemplify these values also helps to deepen understanding and inspire action. Ultimately, developing a legacy mindset transforms how people view their lives and their potential. It encourages a shift from self-centeredness to a broader perspective that values connection, contribution, and continuity. Through reflection, responsibility, perseverance, and community, individuals can build lives that resonate far beyond their own years, leaving a meaningful imprint on the world and inspiring future generations to do the same. The key moment in developing a legacy mindset often arrives when a person truly grasps the profound truth that their life is not solely about personal achievements or temporary success, but about something far greater, the enduring impact they will leave behind. This realization can come unexpectedly, perhaps through a significant life event, a moment of reflection, or witnessing the influence of others. And it ignites a deep, transformative shift in perspective. At this pivotal point, the individual moves from simply existing or pursuing immediate goals to intentionally shaping their legacy with purpose and conviction. This awakening compels a reevaluation of priorities and decisions. What once seemed urgent and essential may suddenly appear trivial in the grand scheme of things. The clarity gained fuels a renewed sense of purpose, driving the person to realign their actions with the values and vision that define the legacy they want to create. It becomes clear that every choice, no matter how small, contributes to building a foundation for future generations. This understanding brings with it a powerful sense of responsibility and a willingness to embrace the sacrifices necessary for lasting impact. In this moment, complacency gives way to commitment. The individual acknowledges that legacy building is not an abstract concept reserved for the extraordinary, but a practical and accessible pursuit that requires deliberate effort. They recognize that the time to act is now, not someday, but in the present moment. This urgency sparks a determination to invest wisely in relationships, knowledge, and endeavors that will endure beyond their own lifetime. The transformation also reveals the interconnectedness of life. The person begins to see that their legacy is intertwined with the lives of others, family, community, even strangers yet to be born. This interconnectedness inspires a generosity of spirit, motivating them to mentor, encourage, and uplift others. Legacy thinking expands from a personal goal into a collective mission, where impact is multiplied through the growth and success of those influenced. Furthermore, this turning point often brings a deeper sense of fulfillment and peace. The pursuit of a legacy mindset shifts focus from external validation to internal significance. Success is no longer measured by accolades or possessions, but by the meaningful difference made in the lives of others. This shift fuels resilience, helping to navigate challenges and setbacks with greater patience and perspective. Ultimately, the climax of developing a legacy mindset is a profound awakening to the power of intentional living. It transforms the way a person views their existence, inspiring them to live boldly, purposefully, and generously. In embracing this moment, they step into a journey that transcends time, building a legacy that will inspire, influence, and endure long after they are gone. Developing a legacy mindset is a transformative journey that reshapes how we view our lives and the impact we can have on the world around us. It moves us beyond the pursuit of short-term achievements and immediate gratification, guiding us toward a deeper understanding of purpose and significance. When we adopt this mindset, we begin to see life as an opportunity to create lasting value, something that extends far beyond our own existence and touches the lives of others for generations to come. At its core, a legacy mindset is about intentionality. It calls us to live each day with awareness and purpose, aligning our actions with the values and vision that define the legacy we want to leave. This intentional living requires reflection, responsibility, and a willingness to prioritize long-term impact over momentary convenience. It challenges us to think beyond ourselves and to embrace a broader perspective that includes the well-being and growth of those around us. The journey toward developing this mindset is not without challenges. It demands patience, discipline, and sometimes sacrifice. Yet these difficulties are outweighed by the profound fulfillment that comes from knowing that our lives matter in meaningful ways. By investing in relationships, nurturing talents, and contributing to causes greater than ourselves, we lay the groundwork for a legacy that will inspire and uplift others long after we are gone. Another essential aspect of cultivating a legacy mindset is recognizing the interconnectedness of life. Our influence reaches beyond what we might immediately see or comprehend. The values we embody, the wisdom we share, and the love we give ripple outward, affecting people we may never meet, but who carry forward the seeds we planted. This awareness fosters humility and generosity, reminding us that legacy is not about personal glory, but about empowering others and building something enduring. Surrounding ourselves with like-minded individuals who value growth, contribution, and purpose further strengthens our commitment to legacy thinking. Supportive communities provide encouragement, accountability, and inspiration, making the pursuit of lasting impact a shared and enriching experience. In summary, developing a legacy mindset transforms the way we approach life. It calls us to live with greater meaning, purpose, and generosity, inspiring us to create a positive, lasting difference in the world. Embracing this mindset invites us to step into a higher purpose, one that transcends time and leaves a footprint that future generations will honor and cherish. Through intentional living, responsibility, perseverance, and connection, we can build a legacy that truly matters. Now is the time to take intentional steps toward developing a legacy mindset, a way of living that ensures your impact will last far beyond today. Begin by pausing to reflect on the kind of legacy you want to create. What values do you want to be known for? What kind of influence do you want to have on your family, community, and even beyond? Write down your vision and allow it to guide your daily choices. Clarity of purpose is the foundation of legacy thinking. Next, commit to aligning your actions with this vision. It's easy to get distracted by the demands of daily life, but every small decision can either build or erode the legacy you want to leave. Prioritize relationships, invest time in mentoring or encouraging others, and seek opportunities to contribute your skills and resources toward causes that matter. Remember, legacy is not built by grand gestures alone. Consistent, intentional acts of kindness and service shape the foundation of lasting impact. Surround yourself with individuals who inspire and support your legacy goals. Being part of a community that shares values of growth, contribution, and long-term thinking provides encouragement and accountability. Seek mentors or role models who embody a legacy mindset and learn from their example. Their guidance can help you navigate challenges and stay focused on your mission. Embrace the mindset of perseverance and patience. Building a legacy takes time and often involves sacrifice. You may face setbacks or feel the weight of delayed results, but keep in mind that the most meaningful legacies are built gradually. Celebrate small wins and progress, knowing that every positive step contributes to a greater purpose. Make it a habit to regularly revisit and refine your vision. Life circumstances change, and so will your understanding of what legacy means to you. Stay open to growth and adapt your approach as you deepen your commitment to living intentionally. Finally, take action now. Don't wait for the right time or perfect conditions to begin building your legacy. The future is shaped by what you do today. Whether it's having a meaningful conversation, starting a new project, or simply being more present and intentional in your daily life, start where you are. Your legacy is the sum of your choices. Choose to live a life that matters, a life that will inspire others for years to come. The impact you desire begins with the steps you take right now.